Hello everybody, welcome to ScottyDGaming. I'm Scotty D and today I'm going to be playing GameDEC. Now, the reason why this game caught my eye is because it looks very similar to 2019's Disco Elysium, which was my game of the year. I don't believe there's any combat in it, it's all detective based, talking to people, investigation. It looks great. Now I've got two issues with the game straight away. The first issue is it was advertised with controller support. It does have the buttons for controller support in the menus, but I can't actually get the controller to work well in game, which is kind of what you want controller support for. And the second one is, I don't know what they've done with their game, but I can't capture the game my regular way of capturing the game. So I figured a way around it. Hopefully everything's okay. Let's do it, baby. I'm excited.
It's a strange profession, GameDEC. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail. A flaw in the source code. Backdoors used by cheaters. Anonymity skins, used to cover up unpopular activities. All can be found. All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck. Sometimes more than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a GameDEC. But in the end, you keep your eyes on the prize. This is my story. What's yours?
Awesome. You've already piqued my interest. So GameDEC, we're a game detective. I suppose that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So I've kind of derived from that. Game detective, okay. Okay, we've got to create a character. GameDEC. Right, let's change that. It's me, baby. Pronouns. He, him. What else can we pick? She, her. Pronouns. I thought there was going to be like a long list. There's like two. Okay. Origin. Low city. High city. I'm wondering, do these matter? Like if we speak to people in game, are they going to like comment on like how I'm like from the slums or like if I'm posh or anything? I think I like the sound of low city. Values. Oh, here we go. The dominant value guiding your character before they choose a GameDEC's profession. Your choice will determine the aspects they will start their adventure with. Right, so how do we know what these aspects are? Okay, it doesn't actually tell us. So, what I'm going to guess is the fire is going to be like brute force combat style. Light bulb looks like intelligence. Puzzle solving for the puzzle piece. And green heart for... what's the word? Like compassion, possibly. That's kind of what Disco Elysium was. Okay. Right, well, I kind of like solving things with pure manipulation and brute force, so let's see if we can get the fire up. Stimulation. Okay. Achievement. Power. I think we're going to go with power, to be honest. I want to see if I can max out brute force. That's quite good actually. Universalism. But I'm gonna go with power. Let's do it, baby. Right, what do we got? Set characters. Well, this guy looks good. He looks like he's straight out of Blade Runner. So I'm probably gonna pick that, but what else can we pick? What do the girls look like? Oh, hello, Sherlock. Thought it was a fucking woman. It's a man. Oh, that's a woman. I've just realised something. All the top row are like detective skins. All the middle row are like weird looking people, and all the bottom row are like a certain look as well. Damn. And you spin them around, you can't. We'll see what he looks like. What does she look like? Ah, the females on the bottom row look pretty cool with the augments. I'm gonna pick this guy. I'm a detective, baby. The apartment. Relium. I don't remember why I had become a game deck. At some point I must have decided that it was a reasonable way of making money. Then I just got used to it. Dialogue options. To choose the dialogue option, left click its text or click the corresponding number on your keyboard. To see the history of your current conversation, click the arrow at the top of the window. That's a great feature. Because sometimes you do forget or you need to go back to what someone was said. That's awesome. Okay. What do I want to do? Recall my career. Let's find out more about me. I solved numerous cases so people started to believe I was credible, and credibility was crucial in my line of work. Pretty much everything can be falsified, but you can't fake credibility. Games, besides being my workplace, also become my second home. Did I ever play for fun? Yes, sometimes I did. I was surrounded by real world, that is Relium. I could hear Warsaw City humming outside the window. I lived in Towerstone in Walla. It was the end of the 22nd century and people were crazy happy. Kidding, some were, some weren't. Which group did I belong to? I wasn't sure. Start the day. Get a job. It was time to check if there were any new jobs. Oh, baby. Left click anywhere to move. Use the tab key to adjust move speed. Okay. Left click an interaction icon to interact with the object or person in your environment. Some interaction icons are always visible, others will only appear when the circumstances are right, when you're near them. So move speed, what's... Fuck. That doesn't fucking work, does it? Move speed straight up doesn't work for a start, but never mind. Does it? No, he always runs. Well, that's okay, because I want him to always run. Let's have a look at this. Warsaw City, my polis. Walkways, squares, space and chasms. That's what modern cities look like. The middle layer, mid-city, despite dense developments, you can still see the sun and pieces of the sky, as well as the long way down. It's a nice view. I felt a connection with the people above and below. I could hear the transit tubes, new mobiles, the humming ads. It was never quiet. Look, it's an advert. Void stars. This is where the rich meet the poor, and the light meets the darkness. This is the layer of the city where you can be pretty much whatever you want. And where advertising drones peep through people's windows looking for new victims. Awesome. Glazier, send the advertising drone away. Contemplate. I had a few things I needed to think over. You can't really contemplate without a drink in your hand. Luckily, the servo bot knew exactly what I needed. I greeted my robotic friend. It was waiting for instructions as usual. Right, what are we going to have? We're going to have a whiskey. Whiskey's profession. Some dialogue options are available only if you have the right profession. Such options begin with the name of the profession. Click the icon on the left edge of the screen. Press I to see the profession tree. Professions. Aspects. A part of GameDEC's personality expressed through actions, thoughts and emotions. Be kind to gain the empathy aspect. Okay. So, I can't select them yet. Also, whilst the heart is empathy, I was kind of right when I said compassion. Inspire someone to gain inspiration. That's going to be the light bulb, probably. Aspects are grouped into 4 following personality types. Decisive, red. Analytical, blue. Creative, yellow. Okay, and sociable, green. Alright, okay, well, sociable can probably be easily increased. Decisive, red. Analytical. Creative, yellow. That was kind of right. Aspects are used to unlock professions. Hold down the left mouse button on a chosen profession to unlock it. Professions unlock special conversation options, enabling you to do more. However, hover your cursor over a profession to see its description. So what's a profession? All of these are classed as professions. I thought it said they were called aspects. Each profession requires a different personality. The description will indicate which aspects unlock a given profession. Profession will be highlighted if you have the required aspects. Click and hold the left mouse button on a profession to unlock it. Okay. What do we got? Scalpel. You know how to communicate with medmats. Rain fixer. All you need is a glance at your lenses to learn what devices are in the vicinity. This seems like yeah. Sensory surgeon. Infotainer. You know how to produce a net show and how to smile at the camera. That's quite good. This is going to be the manipulation tree, isn't it? Mindfluencer. According to the masters, this is the manipulation tree. Awesome. Survival instinct. That's what characterizes you best. Life's a game with no rules. This is, yeah, it is. Look, this is the brute force. A cheater. There are many programs in your deck that allow you to solve problems in Virtualia. In games, you don't struggle with opening locks. You'll bypass obstacles impervious to other players with your cheats. You con entire game systems. You cheat, mate. We need to be the cheater. Can we have that? I don't meet the requirements. I clearly do. I've got 1 blue, 1 yellow and 3 red. Oh, maybe that's the start of the tree. What's this? Glazier. Well versed in both virtual and real technologies, you know where to look for power nodes, cables and virtual developer stacks. You know Qigong programming. You're a cracker. Break into and crack everything. Okay, well I am going to go with this. Let's get this sleeve skill. The fist. The iron fist. Oh, look what's happened, lads. You actually spend these points. I thought you just had to have them. Okay, right, we understand how it works now. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I went with that. Let's go. I want to go for the least expensive option of whiskey. I decided to go with the budget option. It's still made for human consumption after all. I decided to think some stuff over and get to work. Sensory worlds. Thousands of games and millions of players mean plenty of cases for game decks. Hatred, greed and deviousness are especially common online. 2 topics have been especially popular in the media recently. Digital love and whether it's better to live online or in Relium. Games or Relium. I took a sip. Game fans say they let them fulfill their dreams and that they don't have to obey the rules of nature, which are a bitch. They can choose their gender, looks, go on adventures, opponents call it escaping and claim that you can only get through in Relium. Relium presents real challenges, but you can make some good money online too, and it's no less complicated than in Relium. Decide that you prefer Relium. Yeah, to be honest, I love computer games and things like that, but Relium's still the best. I'd prefer Relium. Games let me make a living and are surely fascinating, but I knew that if somebody pulled my plug, I would really disappear. You can't log out from Relium. When you have problems, you need to deal with them. It really toughens you up. Recent events. Some have been talking about the Pygmalion technology developed by Blue Whales Interactive. It upgraded AI to the level of human psych. Recent gossip, a man named Ken Zhao, a young Goodabad star, screwed up in the last game, and his Black Angels lost. Ken Zhao. Goodabads is a game where you feel actual pain. When you get hit, it gets more and more intense. There are no damage points. During one match, as he was speeding with the seal to the opponent's fort, Ken suddenly froze. The seal was snatched from him in an instant. Ken got mad, logged out and didn't come back to the game. A classic rage quit situation. During the press conference he said he didn't know what got to him. Since that game, his whole career has been in question. Think of it as a neuronal overload. Think of it as a case for a game deck. Was it possible that the pain delivered in Goodabads caused neural disturbances? I wonder what caused that severe reaction. Too bad he didn't start looking for a game deck. That could have been an interesting case. Time to get to work. Okay then. Check your email on your computer. Let's go, baby. Do we have loot? The world outside looks awesome. Wait, what's this? Holovision. Warsaw City News. The latest domestic and international news all day long. Today is Monday, July 17th. My name is Carla Columna. This is the news. Ken Zhao, a young star of Goodabads, loses the game miserably. Zhao blames everything on the glitches in the game. Could this be the end of the youngster's career? Possibly. Control panel for the apartment AI, a fine piece of software that didn't treat fridge contents as its first priority. You can talk to it. Its name is Bliss. That's the default name, and I never bothered to change it. Glazier. Oh, that's Glazier. Yeah, we've spent our points already. We want to activate the system. A logo with 2 wheels appeared on the panel. That must be made by Wheel Interactive, probably. Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Wheels Interactive. Yep, the leader in the field of AI. BWI, never alone. Blue Wheels Interactive, BWI, right. You are activating Bliss for the first time. First configure the software to your liking. I cursed. Something had reset my settings. Probably another failure in the tower or a surge upstairs. I had to reconfigure everything again. I checked the logs. There was nothing in the system. Logs of previous activations and conversations would be in the cloud, provided they existed. Probably somewhere on the Blue Wheels Interactive servers. Too high a bar for me. Casual conversation. Holographic figure appeared in the air. Hello, my name is Bliss. What do you want to talk about? Wait, what do you mean? Don't you remember me? Why does everything break all these times these days? Yeah, so if we were Glazier we could fix this. Never mind. Couch. That is a posh couch. A virtual couch. Not the newest model, but I can still rely on it. At least I think I can. A port would call it a gateway to the sensory worlds. To me, it was just a tool of my trade. Check the fluid level. Fluid levels were low. I still had a few tanks left, but it's always good to have reserves. Order the fluid. Done. Delivery drone would be here in a few hours. Check the log. July 17th, 21:99, 3:30 PM. My last session took. The couch displayed an error message recommending it reset to the default settings. The model's reliability had been questionable. The glory days of this thing are well behind it. GameDEC should spare no expense on things like this. It's time to think about getting a new one. What about the helmet? It was starting to fall apart. I needed to replace it. Damn it. Such important gear wouldn't come cheap. I couldn't afford it at the moment. I needed a few jobs first, or one big job that paid well. Okay then, let's get the job. My computer, I controlled the couch, communicated with household appliances, let me send messages, and did everything else. Does it suck you off? I want a couch that sucks me off. It was old and could use an upgrade, but it still worked well enough to be reliable. Let's check the net. It was not the time for mindless browsing. Mail. A few emails from clients had helped. I needed to reply to those. Right, let's reply to the emails. First message. Senator Stone was grateful for working out what his daughter was doing in Ghoul Hearts. Reply kindly. Offer a discount on the next contract. Or offer some advice. Let's offer some advice. The senator couldn't handle his children. I gave him some advice. He could use it. Good. I got through the other emails quickly. Some were invitations to events, some were spam. I replied. Right, check contracts. Maybe someone took pity on me and offered me a job while I was away in Virtualia. A job, and it was urgent. I have a discreet and urgent matter for you. I'll pay good money. Please get back to me ASAP. Jeffrey Haggis. Let's do it. Mr. Haggis was worried. I needed to sense him. Hello, Jeffrey Haggis. I got your email. Oh, he's a big lad. Oh, you're here. Please come and see me. Blue Wheels Interactive Tower, level 255, south entrance. I'll tell you everything when you're here. Inquire, agree, negotiate down payment. Yeah, definitely. Hold on. Let's have a little respect for each other's time. I don't know anything about the case, and I'm not sure whether a certain amount. I get it. You want a down payment. I'm transferring it right now. I hope it's enough. Yes? Great. I'm waiting. Hey, that was easy enough. He disconnected. Right then. Let's go and see Big Jeffrey. How do we leave? The door. The door's definitely how we leave, lads. Solid doors protected me in my apartment. Or maybe they protected Warsaw City from me. They definitely protect the city from you. Let's go to the client. Right, wait there. What I need to do is I need to learn how to save the game. Do we just... Oh, wait there. We can't save yet. The director's office is behind the door. Mr. Haggis is expecting you. Codex is a popular GameDEC tool. Codex contains important information that you gather during your investigations. Left click on the icon at the edge of the screen or press U on your keyboard to open the Codex. Very nice. Actually, deduction. Oh yeah, we haven't. Oh, here we go. The main nodes are questions that are the key part of your deduction process. Your task is to gather information and choose the answer to each deduction node based on that information to unlock the following nodes. Repeat the process until you reach the final conclusion. Happy days, can we save it? Okay, so it's a manual save. There's also there's also an auto save. That's good, right? Save. Happy days. Where are we going? Aha. Hello. The computer on this desk was not secured. The empty workspace exuded corporate solitude. The nameplate on the desk read, Junior Customer Support Specialist, Idris Ikari. Infotainer would have been good to assess that. Look at the monitors. The screensaver slideshow alternated between landscapes between ABBs and the towers of Warsaw City. Breaking the sequence, an image of two women embracing appeared on one of the monitors. One of them had blue hair. I'm logging in, me. I barely touched the screen and gained access to the desktop. It wasn't locked. There was an open BWI presentation and an unfinished Hand of Solitaire. Right, let's browse the presentation. I saw 3D blue whales flying through the clouds, the company's logo. Finished the Solitaire. I couldn't just leave, it came unfinished like that, so I started arranging the cards on the screen. I finished and it wasn't too bad a score. Ah, look, we got an extra point on that for playing with that. So the moral of the story is you've got to access and go through things to get points. That's awesome. Right. The man took a deep breath and let the air out through his nose with a loud wheeze. Dialogue tags. Icons and tags appear on the left of the text mark dialogue branches that you have unlocked by your previous decisions. Other players might see something different or nothing at all. Past choices. There are several ways an interaction or dialogue branch can be unlocked. Your previous knowledge, past choices, and the relationship you have all unlock pieces of the narrative. A branch can also be unlocked by your background, a profession you have unlocked, or a deduction you have made. Okay, that makes sense. His gaze boring to me like he was trying to break me. Fuck. How long do you expect me to wait? Take initiative. Mr. Haggis, I'm a GameDEC and... Yes, I know, wonderful. Something wrong with my son. He's not getting off the couch and, well, you'll see for yourself. It's been over 4 days. He entered some game with his friend, Timmy. I've tried talking to Timmy, but he's clammed up. His condition makes me worry even more. My son is on the couch in the next room. Let's go there now. Yeah. Here he is. Find out what's going on with him and how it can be helped. Agnes' son was wearing an expensive brand name suit and a state-of-the-art helmet covered part of his face. The couch's side panel warned that he exceeded the online time limit. I couldn't help noticing the genital area of his gaming suit were bulging. Yeah, this dirty beggar's fucking watching VR porn. Okay, what should we do? Check the couch. The Royal Mat Discretion and Comfort couch reeked of luxury and unattainability. The system masked the player's login information. Check out the panel. Small screen displayed Fredo's vital signs, pulse, muscle tension and brain activity. Despite the high-end hardware, the kid was sweating and using a lot of more nutrifluid than he should have been. His body was exhausted. Haggis muttered a bunch of curses. Hurry up. Alright, let's examine the helmet. I leaned over to get a better look. Check the helmet number. To get a look at the number, I had to lift the boy's head. Let's do it. I gently grabbed the head and tried to turn it a little. Fredo moaned. Relations. Watch out, you idiot, you'll hurt him. Fuck that, I'm going to continue. I turned his head to access the helmet's technical data panel. The boy exhaled heavily. Enough, leave him alone. Examine the suit. Right, examine the suit. The suit was equipped with advanced anti-bedsore software. It resembled the skin of a slithering snake. Check the material. The nanofiber material was adjusted to fit the muscles. It provided stimulation and protected the user from dystrophy. I ran my fingers over the suit's surface. The synthetic fibers emitted more heat in places where they needed to work harder. Enough sniffing around. Tell me what's going on with my son. Ah, we can use sleeves. Give him a crushing look. I looked at him the way you'd look at a dead bat in Low City, with contempt and disgust. He took a deep breath and leaned his face closer to mine before shooting back an ugly, contemptuous look of his own. His beady eyes had one clear message. You've forgotten your place, you piece of trash. Oh, how about now, you fuck? Curse him. Come on, fucker. Meet me outside and I'll punch your teeth so far down your throat you'll have to chew with your asshole. I thought that to myself inside. Oh, we didn't say that to him. We should have. Okay. Let's calm him down and present your conclusions. Mr. Haggis, this is a tense situation, so we need to keep your composure. According to my initial observations, he's been logged in for over 4 days, but there are no signs of adverse effects from the session. This is some excellent equipment. Doing a hard extraction by taking the helmet off is a huge risk, and logging out remotely is impossible, I know. Like it is in most systems. Can you at least tell me where he's logged into? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to determine that. I need to find out which game Fredo logged into and then take appropriate steps. I understand. Fredo entered with his friend Timmy, a spineless pushover. He's in my office. Maybe he knows something, but hurry, he'll be picked up soon. Alright, let's get to work. Sometimes you'll gain information directly pertaining to the deduction process necessary for solving the case. Left click the deduction icon on the edge of the screen and press Y on your keyboard. Alright, we've got no data yet. Alright, let's get to work. I'm not finished with this. Examine Fredo. Check if he's faking. Other actions? I grabbed his shoulders and shook him a few times. No muscle tension, he wasn't faking. The quiet sound of the suit's massaging devices grew louder as the support brought his body back into the optimal position. Examine it, touch his hand. I touched his hand. It was trembling slightly but had a normal temperature. That happens in games that generate lots of adrenaline. His fingertips were covered in sweat. No, not sweat. I rubbed this sticky substance between my fingers and sniffed. Berries and chewing gum. Examined his face. I leaned over and looked under his helmet's visor. There weren't any signs of extended online stay. Expensive supplements did the trick. I noticed a healing bruise on his jaw under his ear. There was some discoloration, the signs of scar stop overuse. Oh, he's a druggie. I had no idea what could have caused them. Some slight discoloration, the signs of scar stop. Oh, sorry, he's not a druggie. Scar stop is what's used on cuts and stuff to fix them. Okay, I get it, Okay. He looked at me with disgust, as if to let me know I was wasting his time. Ask about the couches. Who has access to the room with the couches? My guests and I, but no one except Fredo uses them while I'm away. He looked at the couch with the woman was using. Yeah, I've seen her over there. At least that's what I thought. I had nothing to say to him. Right, let me check this. Fredo's clothes. The civilian clothing was hanging in the closet. It's good to take off and change into a suit before going online. Let's search it. Designer clothes often have hidden pockets. After a moment, I was able to find a secret pocket with a bag of drugs. Nice. Check the pants. An Omnic. That sly kid had put it in his belt buckle. The device wasn't secured. I checked received and saw that a discussion about playing together had been ongoing for some time. Timmy needed time before agreeing to Fredo's idea. It was clear the boy didn't like to be pressured. Timmy doesn't like to be pressured. Okay, we can talk to her. A royal mat couch in full working order. The latest model, obviously. Search it. The casing was slightly loose. Okay. Let's just dismantle it. The usual shit was secure on the panel, so first I loosened the screws. Then I used the sharp edge of my badge to remove the safeties. It was easier than taking apart an old computer. There was a bottle inside the couch. Let's look at it. The sleek bottle shape alone suggested an indecent price. It shimmered with a pale blue light. I removed it from among the wires. Blue Mistress was written on the 4-aged paper label. No trace of the liquid, but the sticky glass reeked of berries and chewing gum. Ah. That's what was on this guy's fingers. Maybe this guy is putting some sort of thing in the chairs that's like paralyze him or something. I don't know. I need to go back to the investigation. Have we got anything new? Still nothing. Timmy's clothes. Ah. A boy's clothes. Going by their size, he must have belonged to Freddy's friend. I found a walk-tell in the pants pocket. Show me your walk-tell and I'll tell you who you are. Well, we're about to find out. Right, let's check received messages. In his last message, Fredo said that his 16th birthday was coming up. He was trying to convince Timmy to play an adult game. You dirty bastard, that's why your cock's fucking glowing. To enter a game like that, they would have had to cheat the security systems. Get the sent messages. Funny how much a few messages can tell you about someone. The kid seemed oversensitive. One of the messages to Fredo was a deeply bitter complaint about a promise the young Haggis had broken. It seemed like his friend had taken advantage of his trust on more than one occasion. Okay, this guy's a little fuck, which we already figured out. Now we finally got something new here. How to help Fredo. A game for so this is everything we can discover. Each main node in your deduction panel is the question you're trying to answer. On the left side of it you can see clues that you've gathered. Possible answers are listed to the right. Hover over them to learn more. Every decision in the deductions is binding and cannot be unmade. If you choose the option, let the father and the son in the game, you will in fact abandon the case. Or let your father find the son, because that's abandoning the case, okay. If you believe you have enough information, click and hold the left mouse button over the chosen answer. Okay. Very nice. I want to investigate this woman before we speak to Timmy. There was a rather provocatively dressed 20-something-year-old woman on the couch, so she's much older than these kids. Warnings flash from the device's panel. Check the panel. I'm not going to ask him about her yet, because I don't trust him either. She'd exceeded the safety limits for logging in time, over 4 days without a suit. She must have taken a game pill, or her bladder wouldn't have held out. She started revitalization, but something interrupted the process. Even though she couldn't control her body, I thought she could hear me. Her helmet had an external monitoring port. I could connect to it and see what happened. Right, let's take a closer look at the woman first. She must have been planning a short session since she didn't put on a suit. Gathered info. She looked like one of the women I had seen on the computer screen in the hall. Oh shit. Okay. Is that your assistant? She's just a random lowlife. Leave her alone and get back to my son. Agnes's face swelled up with anger. Hold your ground. I'll do what I feel needs to be done. You know your work, I know mine. Fine, but I'm warning you, don't fuck this up. I want to ask Haggis about her again. Who is she? I don't know. I never seen this hall before. You're a fuck you. Make contact. Hey lady, can you hear me? She didn't answer and she didn't move. Either she wouldn't talk or couldn't. I was betting on the latter. Is the same thing happening with Fredo? I don't know yet. Right, I want to connect to the helmet. Haggis noticed what I was doing. What the fuck are you doing? I want to talk to her through the observer port, which is... I already know what it is, so stop insulting my intelligence and hurry the fuck up. When I connected to her helmet, the image was transmitted to my lenses. Oh, we're jacked in, baby. The girl drifted in an undefined space. It wasn't the network menu or any of the games I knew. Hello, I'm a GameDEC. I was hired by Mr. Haggis. I connected to your helmet. You can talk, and I'll hear you on my walk-tell. According to the login, your name is Starlett. Is that right? Nice. She moaned like she was in pain. A GameDEC? That's great. Yeah, I'm Starlett, and I can't seem to log out. But let me look around. The digital space was filled with data that sets my walk-tell rendered as luminous shapes. Question her. Actually, let's question her first. I want to ask you a few questions. If it helps you to get me out of here. Right. Ask about the alcohol you found. I found signs of someone drinking alcohol here. Do you know anything about it? I was drinking some expensive sparkling wine before I came online. Is that why I'm stuck in here? I doubt it. I'm just trying to follow every last lead. Maybe I can tell you more if you get me out of this emptiness. Ask about Idris. Oh, that's the other receptionist. Do you know Idris? I saw your picture on her computer. Still with questions. Help me and you'll get your answers. Okay, we need to offer assistance. Let me try and help you. That's a weight off my shoulders. A progress bar appeared in your quest log. It's influenced by your decisions and dialogue choices. Remember that maxing it out can prompt a negative or a positive outcome, depending on the situation. Okay, revitalize Scarlett. Question Scarlett. Right, let's analyze the problem. Interrupted revitalization is rare. I could have just pulled off her helmet, but that might have ended badly. There was a safer solution. Revitalization is like waking someone up. The senses are activated in a specific order. Hearing's first, then smell, then touch, then, well, maybe taste, but I actually don't know where taste fucking comes into that. I'm pretty sure I was correct. Hearing, smell. It probably will be hearing, smell, taste because it's linked, and then touch last. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. Revitalization stages are displayed on the progress bar, but I couldn't recall the right order. I only remember that vision was definitely last. Oh yeah, vision is last, obviously. Right. Okay, Starlett. I think I know how to wake you. Wait, I hear laughter. What's happening? My deck detected the girl's helmet being bombarded with exabytes of data. Someone wanted to overload it and terminate our connection. Starlett, someone is trying to stop us from talking or probe me. Damn it. What are you going to do? The attack was intensifying. I didn't have much time. Right, wait there. I don't want to press her, actually. Activate the firewall, quick. I'll activate some barriers to block the signal, but it's only a matter of time before they crack. It was possible to use jamming barriers to slow the attack, or some weaker reflection barriers to track the attack source. Right, what we need to do is we need to jam it, slow the attack, jamming barriers. I activated the barriers, but I didn't know how long they would hold. Starlett, I put up some barriers. I bought us some time. Great, it's about time we got out of here. Right, now wait there. I'm gonna press her now. We've got time. Enough. Talk or I'll leave you behind this hellscape. Haggis. That punk hurt my girlfriend. Haggis. Oh, so the kid hurt her girlfriend. So I went with him into Twisted and Perverted. Okay. It just came to me. I didn't keep anything from you, I swear. Please get me out of here. Okay. Right, I'm going to start to revitalize her. We don't have much time. I'm going to try and get you out of here. Finally. Right, we're going to awaken her by stimulating her senses. The correct order was key. The revitalization bar had stopped on stimulating proprioception. It seemed right to start with that. Starlett, I'm going to try finishing your revitalization. I'm going to need to touch your body. Is that okay? Do whatever's necessary. Yeah, shake her. I grabbed her shoulders and Relium and shook her. Gently first, then more firmly. No effect. Finally, I lifted her slightly off the couch. The revitalization bar moved forward. Proprioception complete. A good start, but the screen didn't display the next stage. Right. It's going to be sense of smell. Because we've already done touch, haven't we? I decided to stimulate her sense of smell. Give her a piece of mint gum. I dug into my pocket for a pack of mint gum, took out a piece and carefully slid it under Starlett's helmet. There was no reaction. I needed to stimulate different senses. The hacker broke through. We only had time for one action. Observe the attacking signal. The connection was being overloaded with streams of incoming data. The attack was getting stronger by the second. The noise is too strong, I'm losing connection. No! Oh shit, they got her. I failed, fuck. I got disconnected. Even worse, the attacker may have tracked me. I had no idea where this would lead. Whoa, this is intense, I like it. But we got the information though. They went into Twisted and Perverted. Right. Fucker. He was unconscious. The couch panel flashed an interrupted revitalization alarm. Yeah. Mr. Haggis, this woman needs a doctor. I can't help her. Haggis' cheeks burned red with outrage. You're wasting time and not getting any results. What's going on with my son? Your son's a fucking prick. Don't worry, I'm working on it. Right. There's Timmy. Let me have a look. Oh shit, we've got stuff here. Infolia file. All opened on the BWI homepage. Let's read it. Article was about Pygmalion, the flagship BWI product. It allowed you to create a living human psyches. Living human psyches. I copied the rest of the codex. I'd get back to it when I had more time. I'm going to take it. I took a few. Sometimes old habits are hard to break. Yes. Oh, hello. A harp. For ages, an instrument has attracted both artists and common mortals. Examine it. Made of authentic exotic wood, richly encrusted with ivory, the pedals were probably gold-plated, expensive stuff. It definitely wasn't there to be used. It was supposed to look good and serve as an indicator of the owner's status. Sleeves. There was something not quite right about the instrument. Didn't even have a stool to sit on for playing purposes. Let's try to play it. I looked within for some inspiration, closed my eyes and surrendered to the moment. I struck the strings with my fingers. Subtle but cacophonous sequence of sound filled the room. I thought maybe if I practiced a bit. What are you doing? Do you know how much that's worth? Do you even know what it is? See it come back. Do I? I do. Do you? He looked at me with suspicion, as if I'd uncovered one of his secrets. The investigation was waiting. Right, well, let's investigate his computer. A stream of stock market quotations appeared on the screen. The hardware was high-end, like everything else in these rooms. System access was blocked. But I was convinced I could log on if I tried. This had to be the hardware that was monitoring Fredo's couch. Hack it. Break in. Enter password. Glazier seems to be a really good skill actually. But I don't have any way of getting it. Right, wait there. Password. I want to try and break in. I used to break into autocars. These things shouldn't have been much different. I pulled some cables and decided to break off a suspicious looking contraption. Something clicked and it turned off. Strange. Mate, I straight up just destroyed his computer. What are you doing, you idiot? That thing is worth more than you and your entire fucking life. Suggest a hacker attack. Yes. Something's wrong with your computer. There are rumours of a hacker targeting corporate CEOs. He's called CEO Slayer. Yeah, I heard about him. He lowered his head and muttered to himself. Another son of a bitch. Can't catch a break. I'll put my people on alert. Oh, I didn't get access to the computer. Get back to your investigation. Okay, so we learn you can fail things. That's awesome. I brute forced the fuck off his computer. That's awesome. Right, we have something over here. Who the fuck's this? Alfred. I sincerely apologise. I was told to take the boy, Timmy, home. The new mobile is waiting. Let him stay a little longer. I still haven't talked to him. When you're done, please send him down to the docking terrace. Okay. Got to question him now. Oh, well, we've bought ourselves some time. Good. Give me this. Part of the floor stood out from the rest. There was no chance of a flaw in the design. Not in a building like this. Take a closer look. It looked like a hatch. It was a good place for a safe. Ah, fuck. This glazier's a good... Wait there. I'm going to leave this for now. Let's speak to the boy. Some dialogues require more effort. The blue bar above the dialogue window represents the emotional state of the person you're speaking to. Your choices influence that state. Try to find out how. If the conversation bar reaches a lock, additional information or dialogue options will be unlocked. However, hover over a lock to learn a bit more. A secret, secret. Yeah, well, we know this guy's a fucking melt. So I think I'm going to try and be nasty and harsh towards him. Because that'll break him. Right, the kid's arms were crossed over his chest. He was trembling, eyes fixed on a distant point. I just want to fly home. Okay. Ask about Starlett. What can you tell me about Starlett? She's a stripper. She knew the game well, so Fredo hired her as a guide. She was very brave. He started to pick at his suit collar. Why was she brave? What did she do? She was dancing so flirtatiously. Oh, he didn't like that. And teasing us. She was so direct. He was embarrassed just thinking about the girl. She knew a little of that world, but was brave enough to guide us. And she was so provocative. Thankfully, mainly towards Fredo, she barely spoke to me. What else do you want to know? He sounded like a player with a slow connection. Either he was deeply stressed or something was wrong with his nervous system. Right, ask about Revitalizing. Where you left Fredo? What were you doing? What were you doing in there? Well, what you normally do in an adult game. Have him say it straight. You mean something erotic, violent? On the beach with the girls, we held hands. I gave one a back rub. She liked it. Oh, you dirty beggar. Timmy's behaviour told me clearly that he'd never rubbed anyone, ever. He had tears in his eyes. Please leave me alone. I'll confess everything. We logged into Paradise Beach. It's a world where adults get together there. You can read all about it in the description. He turned red like my grandma's geraniums. Okay. Paradise Beach. Tell me about Paradise Beach. Well, to have some fun. What exactly do you mean? That can mean a lot of things. What were you looking for? You can feel what the other person is feeling. We wanted to experience it with girls. His eyes returned to his feet. He started trembling even more. Fredo, is he in danger, right? Fuck this, I'm gonna scare him. I won't sugarcoat it, Fredo. He could die. He hid his face in his hands. It's not my fault. Right, let's ask about Timmy. Let's focus on you, Timmy. Why did you log off without Fredo? You left the game even though your friend kept playing. What happened? I didn't want to leave him. I was feeling bad, shaken. I know you don't abandon your friends. He looked as if he was going to cry. He had the look of a 5-year-old who logged into a horror game by mistake. Yeah. Scary times getting your penis touched. Right, finally we're going to ask about Fredo. Right. Ask about the walk-tell messages. You wrote to Fredo saying he failed you. What was that about? You read my private messages. Right, we unlocked something there. He looked at me with reproach. Fredo forgot we were going to meet up. He was with some girl. He's a good friend, but I don't like it when he does that. He pursed his lips. Please leave me alone. I can't remember much. I don't know what actually happened. Well, I'm gonna fucking find out here. We got a new clue. He had trouble putting sentences together and remembering events. It wasn't just shock. Something really had disturbed his nervous system. Your nervous system is overloaded, but it will regenerate. It will pass. Breathe. Oh, we can accuse him of sabotage. I don't believe this guy sabotaged his friend. But I think that will press him to give us that. But wait there. Fredo's relationship with his father first. How are things between Fredo and his father? Do they like each other or not? Old man Haggis is paying you. No matter what I say, you'll agree with him. The truth is a way of siding with money. The truth has a way of siding with money. Sir, is Fredo in pain? admit to telling him the truth. Let's tell him the truth here. I don't know. There's no pain in most games, but nothing is protecting him from fatigue or being scared. I won't know until I find him. Oh, I got it. The boy gulped and quickly blinked his eyes. I understand. I don't want to. Please, I'll talk. We went into Twisted and Perverted. Okay, so that matches up with the girl's story. A world where people hurt each other for pleasure. Oh, you dirty cunt. Fredo, he's still there, I'm sure. Please find him. Just go find him. He started crying. I didn't think I could get much more out of him. Awesome. Right, we cracked him. And we got one of these for doing that. That's awesome. Right. I didn't think I'm going to be able to get in here. Am I? I'm going to try it. Try and open it. I put my ear against the door and started knocking. I remember that was how they did it in horror movies. Haggis's heavy breathing told me that I must have triggered a silent alarm. What the heck are you doing? Either start a professional investigation or fuck off. Express your outrage. Mr. Haggis, your attitude is completely unjustified, outrageous even. Every lead in your son's case is important. I can assure you that you won't find what's wrong with my son under the floor. Okay, right, let's go. Right, we can't speak to him. Deduction. Ah, here we go. Right, we need to put this together. There's two things I've missed. Well, look for him in Twisted and Perverted. The girl's story and this boy's story matched up with that. Let's go. Nice, I've decided that's where we're going. How do I do this? I hope it's something important. Mr. Haggis, I've come to a decision about Fredo. About fucking time. Fredo might be inside the adults only world Twisted and Perverted. You know, the one combining sex and violence. I should look for him there. That's what I was afraid of. See, this guy knows, this guy knows his son's a fucking dickhead. He's a proper pervert. And he's not much better for allowing this to happen. Do your thing. The access fee for Virtualium will be taken care of. All expenses are on me. Use a spare couch and log into a game. Are you sure I should be using this? Because wasn't this fucking sabotage with some shit? I took another look at the luxury couch. And I Twisted and Perverted, baby. Something bad had happened in TMP. Fredo must be there. Fredo must have been there, so I need to go in. This game's fucking awesome, by the way. Absolutely loving it. I should probably save the game, actually. Right. Oh, no. Twisted and Perverted HUD. Each Virtualium has its own HUD. A status bar on top of the screen. In TNP, the HUD shows players' level in TNP and their experience points. Slots for owned objects and a counter of kills and deaths. Okay. Right, Twisted and Perverted. I like this, kind of like my style. Game rules. An arrow pointing to a file hanging in the air. Let's download it. I touched the file and downloaded the data. It contained the rules of the game. Shit, what am I even doing here? What has Rhonda done? Psst, buddy. I'd like to note that I don't want to put anything inside you, or pull anything out, or do anything else these deviants do. I'm not like that. You seem like the only normal person in this whole circus, and I have a sensitive problem. I don't know if I trust you, mate. This could be a fucking scam. Very sensitive. I'll just say it. I'm looking for my wife. Right, let's hear him out. Tell me more. This is how it is. I've been standing here for an hour and I can't find Rhonda anyway. At the same time, I just know she's cheating on me. Cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. I'm a GameDEC. I need information about your wife, not what you had for breakfast. GameDEC, I've looked out. I was told that she plays here often and has quite the results. Ugh. Oh, he's disgusted. Your wife's a fucking skunk. Right, mention my rate. I'm a GameDEC, get it? I don't work for free. Damn, I'm a little short of money right now. But maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. Right, what's your proposal? Actually, I'd rather have information. Don't worry, I don't want money. Just tell me what you saw while you were standing here. Phew, I know I would find some common ground. So will you help me? I'm going to. Alright, I'll look for her. Really, thank you. There's some good people left in the world. Right. Let's ask about his wife. What's her handle? Do you know the handle she uses? There was something in the anonymous letter. Oh, horny or something. She's called horny. What's her preferences? Does your wife have any special sexual preferences, any fetishes? The letter said she's into some strange things and likes to push the limits. How can you push the limits in a world like this? It also said everything with everyone and everything. Oh, no way. She's got no holds barred. I don't even want to think about it. But what about her skin? Do you know the skin your wife is wearing? Skin? On top of everything she's wearing is people's skin? I meant a skin. You know, a gaming avatar. It's like... Oh, I know what a skin is. I thought you were talking about another fetish. Human skinned alive. I have no idea what she looks like here. Okay. What about you? A loser, can't you tell? Ask about him being a loser. A loser? I rarely hear someone being so critical of themselves. What am I supposed to be like? My wife's running off to that. He desperately searched for the missing word. He finally gave up inside. You know where she's running off to. Let's comfort him. Hey, it happens. It's not the end of the world. No, just wait. I was tipped off that she hangs out here doing awful things, so I started looking for the location. It's some kind of exclusive level. I spent all my savings to get here, to the Sodom and Gomorrah, my own money. Sodom and Gomorrah. You seriously don't like it here, huh? Of course I don't. The place is, don't get me started. Am I right? It's disgusting. Exactly. See, I've been making games for years, the tech behind it all. Oh, so he's a game developer. That's the real beauty. You can use it to create any world, any reality. And they decided to make hell. It's an insult to design. Where I see such creations, I start thinking about changing my line of work. Ask about his work. Do you make games? I'd never touch an abomination like this one. But it doesn't matter, I was fired. Investigate. I'm looking for someone maybe. Anything to do with Rhonda. God, I don't even want to think about... Yes, let's just say it's to do with Rhonda. The person I'm looking for may have something to do with your Rhonda, so try and tell me everything as accurately as you can. My God, what did I do to deserve this? Strange behaviour. Was anyone around here acting strange, even though they probably will be, taking into consideration the behavioural standards of TMP? People were yelling, "Flat doodle, you idiot," and "Don't be mean to Gabe." I heard a shot and people gathered. I didn't go, I just care about Rhonda. Damn it, can't focus. What could she be doing now? Answer professionally. An investigation needs time and intelligence, trust me. Okay. So we need to do some deduction to ask about these. I want to ask about Fredo's skin. I'm looking for a young man with access to money, okay? Did you see anyone in an expensive skin, something top of the line? A while ago I saw two guys and a woman. That's them. That's them. One kept looking around, but the other seemed to like it here. The first had a cool skin. They called him Flapdoodle. I saw two guys and a woman. One kept fooling around, but the other seemed to like it here. First had a cool skin. So the one looking around had a cool skin. And the other that liked it here didn't. First one's called Flapdoodle, okay? He started to think and stared into the distance, then he snapped out of it with a disgusted look. Sorry, I just imagine Rhonda with some bum. Comfort him. Calm down, I'm sure she'll turn up. Right. We've spoken to him. But what I want to do, lads, actually, I want to save it. We'll call it an episode there. And when we come back, we're going to explore Twisted and Perverted. I'm absolutely loving it, but wait there. I want to check these out. We've already done that. And we've got some more. Oh, actually, we've got 3 bits of information already. Tugebe was shoving Flapdoodle around. Tugebe was making a fuss at the gates. Flapdoodle wore a leather skin. Right. My conclusion so far is that Tugebe might be Fredo. But I want to wait till I uncover these first. Because Flapdoodle was the one wearing the expensive skin. But I thought Fredo might be wearing the expensive skin. Unless Timmy was rich as well. But Tugebe is making a fuss. I'm shoving Flapdoodle around, that's right. Because Timmy wouldn't be shoving Fredo around. Right, okay, so I've got an idea about that, but I'm not doing that yet. Got 2 of these. I need to get one of these. And then we can... What do I need for this? I need 1 more. I don't actually know what this is called. Yeah, if I get 1 of them and 1 of them, I can now get the cheetah skill, and I think that's going to be fucking hilarious. Right. Okay. Right, lads, hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one.